Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing alright.
Okay.
Shit's coming.
All right.
Hey, do you mind talking to this officer and telling him?
No, I don't mind at all.
Will you come down here?
Yeah.
All right.
I told her everything.
How are you? I'm Officer Reed.
You don't mind if I smoke, do
Not at all. You do whatever you need to do. If you want to sit down and have a
you?
seat. Okay. What's your name?
Andrew Lattin. I was the one that called.
Oh, okay. Andrew, what happened?
Well, just get a knock on the door. You know, the dun 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 dun. That's what my friends always do. So
Where do you live? Which one?
208.
Number 208 there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just standing until we move in our new place.
Are you injured at all?
I just got hit in the face a couple times.
Do you need medical attention? Okay.
I could say.
What happened?
Okay, so the door. I answered the door. They're like, "Is Nick or Drew here?" And I was like, "Well, no."
Nick or Drew?
Yeah.
Who's that?
It's my best friend. He's the other guy that lives here. He's on the lease.
Nick or Drew is?
Nick is. I'm Drew.
Oh, you're Drew.
Yeah, everybody calls me Drew.
Gotcha.
So I was like, well, I'm Drew, you know. I had set down my son to answer the door, and well, they're like, can we talk to you about something? I was like, okay, what's up, you know? And so they kind of pushed their way into the house, and then the bigger guy started hitting me, and I was like, you know, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't know what the hell's going on right now.
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you think, it's cool to beat up a girl? And I was like, I don't beat up girls, man. Like, I don't do that. I have respect. I was like, I don't do that shit. And then I fucking, you know, he kept fucking hitting me, so I like kind of stepped back, and then Brandon was out back on the porch smoking. And so he immediately came in, you know, was like, what the fuck is going on? As soon as he came in, the guy pulled the gun on him and me.
Which guy? The big guy? Or
The big guy did.
Okay.
And then the other kid pulled out a knife too.
Okay. Do you know these guys?
Never seen him in my life, man.
Okay, what is all this in reference to?
It's a little scuffle that happened last night.
Where at?
My baby mama's house.
Okay.
A guy who had raped her 3 weeks before I met her was there, and she didn't want him there, so she called me to come over there and get him to leave, him and his buddy. So I got the first guy to leave, the guy who raped her. He just left. He just got up and left, nothing. So she said that the other guy was in my son's room, so I go in there, open the door, and her friend Becca and this guy were having sex on my son's floor, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Get out of my fucking son's room. Like, both of you need to leave now.
Was he still in there, your son?
The guy, my son was with me.
Oh, okay.
He was in the car with I had my baby mom come downstairs
Right.
and watch him in the car while I went upstairs to
Okay.
take care of it. And so, you know, we left the room because I don't need to fucking see that shit, you know. And so she comes out and
Who comes out?
Becca.
Mhm.
She comes out, gets in my buddy's face, and starts yelling at him like, "Where the fuck are you coming from?" And he's like, "We were told to get him and his buddy out of here, and they need to fucking go." And he's like, "This is bullshit. Your kids are right here on the floor. You're sleeping on the couch, and you're in there fucking some other guy." He's like, "Are you kidding me right now?" And she's like, just gets in his face and starts hitting him and shit. So he protected himself, not gonna hit her or anything. Pushes her away.
Was this Nick?
Yeah,
Or-
no, this is
okay.
Brandon.
I'm sorry.
Nick's
Was
at
this
work.
Nick? I mean,
Yeah,
that
this
was
is Nick.
yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, I was there. I'm not a confrontation kind of guy. You know, I avoid it at all costs because it's just not who I am. And so I was breaking it up and stuff, and she kept coming at him, and he was just kind of like, you know, I'm not going to hit you. But she kept coming at him, so he pushed her. She fell down on the couch, pretty much sat down on the couch.
Okay.
And he put his hand on her chest and was like, "You need to knock the fuck off right now and leave." And so, you know, of course, more shit happened. So I finally got Nick to leave the house and go downstairs back to the car. And so I was like, "Look, Becca, you need to fucking go." And so she packed up her stuff, and then Janessa's friend Brittany, who was also there, took her home.
Okay.
But yeah, this.
Well, we'll talk about a little bit more what happened today then.
Well,
So,
came in the house,
right.
pointing the gun at us.
Yeah.
Well, my immediate reaction, my son's crying, so I go take care of my son. I pick up my son, and I'm holding him, and I'm like, "Are you guys fucking kidding me? My son's right here, and you're threatening me with a gun with my son here?"
Right.
They're like, "Oh, we know who your son is. He's cool. We won't hurt him, but you're lucky he's with you. Otherwise, you'd be fucking done." Well, they command him with the gun to go into his room.
Brandon?
Yeah, and Brandon had nothing to do with any of this. He out of all of it. They thought he was Nick, and I'm trying to tell the other kid that had the knife, you know, what the hell was going on, what happened and shit. And So then he comes out of the room really quick and is like, let's fucking go, and they fucking leave. And that's when I go in the bedroom to, see what Brandon's up to, and he's fucking furious because he had nothing to do with this. Just got his ass beat for no reason.
Right.
He's ex-military. He could have beat the shit out of the guy, but he didn't. Because he was like, I had no part of this. I don't know what's going on. So, and then they just left, and so I called Becca's uncle, and I was like, there's two guys that just showed up, and I figured he would know who they were. I was like, there's two guys that just showed up with a gun, you better call Becca and get this shit settled down. I'm calling the police because they threatened my life and my son's life. So, but I just talked to him. He said he couldn't get a hold of anybody, but my baby's mama texted Becca, and she said that she didn't send anybody over, which is obviously a lie.
Right.
Because I don't think anybody would just come out of here over a whim,
Right. Okay, where's your son now?
Huh?
Where's your son now?
He's with my son's mother. Or my baby mama. She's upstairs right now with him. She just came over here.
Upstairs in
No,
number
she lives in
208?
an apartment.
Okay. All right.
She lives in 220 West Haycraft, and that's where the scuffle went down last night.
That's where it happened last night?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your son? What's baby mom's name again?
Jenessa.
Jen?
Yeah. And it's Flugrad, PFLUGRAD.
What's her middle name?
Her middle name?
Yeah.
She has like 5 of them. One of them's Nicole. I know that.
What's her birthday? And she lives at 220 Haycraft, you say?
220 West Haycraft, apartment 9.
And what's her phone number?
My phone number?
Hers.
509
Yep.
386 3787.
Talk to me about these guys a little bit more. What they look like?
One was about 6'1", 6'2", maybe even 6'3". They both had, he had tattoos.
Like sleeves?
Sleeves, yeah.
Do you remember any of those tats?
I don't. It just happened so fast.
It's fine.
He had a goatee, I know that. Blonde hair, blonde goatee. He was wearing jeans. I can't remember what shirt he was wearing. The other kid was wearing like a black white beater, and I think he was wearing shorts. I couldn't remember if he was wearing shorts or jeans. And the shorter guy was about 5'8", 5'9", and he had dark brown hair with no facial hair.
Was he wearing a hat or anything like that?
No, neither of them were.
Okay. How short? I mean, about how tall was the other guy then?
The shorter guy?
Yeah.
He was about 5'8", 5'7". He wasn't that big. He maybe weighed about a $140. The other guy probably weighed about 220, 215.
Also sleeve tattoos on the shorter guy, or
yeah.
what?
He had some tattoos as well. I don't know if they were sleeves or not.
But tats on his arm for sure. Would you know him if you saw him again?
Yeah, would.
And shorter guys wearing what, black white beater, and what kind of shorts?
I have no idea.
Like jean shorts or like those kind?
I have no idea.
That's fine. When they left, where'd they go?
I have no idea which way they went. As soon as they walked out the door, they shut the door, and I just went up and locked it, so I didn't.
Did you hear any vehicles in the area, or?
Well, once the door's closed, you can't really hear anything else.
Okay.
But they left pretty quick because Brandon went out after I came in his room and yelled for him, But they were gone already, so.
Would you know him if you saw him again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure he would too.
Okay.
So.
We'll talk to you about it a little bit more in depth, but obviously, I mean, from what you've told me, are you willing to press charges for what happened?
Yeah, I am, because I was assaulted, It's bullshit. Especially, my son was threatened, so was I, and so was he.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Baby mom is in there, huh?
Yeah, she's in there.
When did she get here?
She got here right before I came out.
Like right before? What'd you do? Did you call her and tell her what
Yeah, I
happened?
called her and told her what just happened.
What did she say about it?
she was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I was like, well, I told her, I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to come take Talon over there. You need to come here now because I have cops on the way. And so she got a ride over here.
From who?
Call my brother. He's not my brother. My best friend, Logan. He just gave her a ride.
What's he drive?
I have no idea. It's like a Lincoln or something.
I'm sorry?
Buick. I think it's a Buick.
Okay.
Older. But yeah, he just left. He just dropped her off and left. Because he was doing family day with his son and his wife.
All right. Why don't you go check on your boy? I'll be right with you up there, okay?
Okay.